On this episode, a Mississippi transgender teen will miss high school graduation after being told to dress like a boy. Also, Gunfire took their son's life at 20 years old, and now it takes their daughter's life at 12 years old. Those stories start right now on Chris Talks. Let's get into it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? What's up? 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 Yo, turn that down. Thank you. All right. What's up, everybody? And welcome again to the show. I am your host with the most, Chris. What is going on? How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a good day because I'm having a good day. What's up, Ed? How are you doing? You having a good day? Good. Ed always do his little bob and head nod. So, these are some crazy stories. Some bugged out ones. This is new, Ed. This is different. I told you, I don't really like the gender, per gender, transgender, and member type of stuff. But I'll engage it today. Happy holidays for y'all who celebrate holidays. Happy holidays. I don't know what you're doing, Ed. Ed, you going to a barbecue? After this, you going to hit a barbecue? I might come with you. I don't know. Not to celebrate. I just want some food. That's it. You know, I'm always hungry, man. I like to eat. I'm not always hungry. I just like to try different stuff. All right. So, check this out. Oh, yeah. Let's tell them the story. Okay, so Saturday. Was it Saturday? It was Saturday. So, Saturday, I accompanied a couple of friends. Who was it? Ed, Mike, and Mark. A couple of friends. These are the people who started this YouTube page. We all got together. We met up. It was kind of cool. Went out, we ate, and then we went to some opera. I forgot what was the name of the opera. I don't know, some French kind of opera, whatever. But it was good. It was good. So if you're ever in the city, in New York City, you ever in Manhattan, they got some operas out there, some weird joints, but it was good. I forgot the name of it. Olage, I don't know. It's some French crap. I don't know. I can't remember it. I'm being honest with you. I couldn't even pronounce the name of the opera, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But to Mike and Mark, it was nice seeing you guys. Shout out to you guys. It was definitely nice to have the crew back together, and it was real nice. Let's check out these stories. All right, let's get into these stories. Okay, so Ed, what do you have for me first? Okay, the first story is a Mississippi transgender teen who will miss high school graduation after being told to dress like a boy. Why would you tell them to dress like a boy, Dave? Isn't it the whole role of transitioning over to supposed to be, Yeah, so that don't make, that's kind of crazy. Let's check out this story. All right. This is Sarah AI, good girl. She's going to get it in for us. She's going to deliver this story. All right, Ed, hit it. Let's get it on.
A Mississippi teenager will miss her high school graduation on Saturday after a federal judge ruled that the school district could prohibit her from wearing clothes that align with her gender identity at the event. The 17-year-old, who is a transgender girl, and her family filed a lawsuit this week against the Harrison County School District after school officials told her she couldn't participate in the graduation if she wore a dress and high heels. Citing school policy that says boys must wear a dress shirt and pants and dress shoes and a tie. According to the lawsuit, girls are required to wear a white dress and dress shoes. and the suit says the teen purchased an outfit within the dress code for girls. School officials told the girl, identified as LB, in the lawsuit, that she must wear clothes according to her sex assigned at birth to her graduation from Harrison Central High School in the coastal city of Gulfport of about 72,000 residents. In other words, the lawsuit said, she must dress in accordance with the stereotypical male standards. Even though she entered high school as a girl and has lived every aspect of her high school career as a girl, the suit said the teen has worn dresses and other traditionally feminine clothes throughout high school with no issue, including at her prom where she wore a formal dress and heels. Policy forced girl to decide between being herself. Celebrating this milestone, the school's discriminatory policy and court's decision forced our client to decide between being herself and celebrating this important life milestone. Joshua Tom, legal director of the ACLU of Mississippi, told USA Today in a statement. Tom said the girl will not attend the ceremony. Graduation is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, according to the school district's website. Coming out transgender and non-binary youths are coming out at younger ages. Survey says, risks remain. LB is just like every other high school senior, excited to commemorate the last 4 years of her high school career. To walk across the stage and accept her long-awaited diploma as her teachers and peers cheer her on. And to go home to celebrate this momentous occasion with her parents, family members, and friends. The lawsuit said, the school was discriminating against the teen based on gender. The suit claimed, causing her and her family distress, humiliation and fear that they might have to miss a momentous occasion in her high school career. School district says graduation ceremony is not a rite. In response, an attorney for the school district said in a court filing that attending the graduation ceremony is not a rite. And that because the teen has already finished the school year, she is no longer a student. The district also said its records include the birth certificate that lists the teen as being male. Alternative graduation, New College of Florida students host commencement on our terms. Participating in a voluntary graduation ceremony when you are no longer a student and wearing a cap and gown and complying with the dress code you agreed to abide by does not infringe on protected rights or justify extraordinary injunctive relief, the district said in its filing. Wynn Clark, attorney for the district, and school board members didn't respond to a request for comment Saturday. After a hearing on Friday, U.S. District Judge Taylor McNeil declined to grant a temporary restraining order or permanent injunction blocking the school district from restricting the students' participation while wearing a dress.
Wow. Whew. That's a big one. That is a big one. A big one. Now, I don't know Mississippi law. I don't know their law, but I do know this. If the I'm gonna say this right now. This is a double-edged sword right now. Because it's not, it's the school policy for you to dress as your gender that you was assigned at birth. But at the same time, I have to say this. They let him go to him, them, there, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. Him, them, there, how, whatever. Where, when, and why. They let him go to the prom in a dress. And throughout the years that I don't want to say nothing wrong, Ed. You shouldn't have gave me this story. I don't want to say nothing wrong. I don't want to say them. Okay, whatever. Whatever this person identified as, they identified as that throughout the entire 4 years of the high school. And then they went to the prom. This person went to the prom, identified as this person or whatever. So you allowed that throughout that time, but when it came to graduate, you didn't allow it because of a policy that you have in the school. Now, listen. This is like, I don't know. It's like this is different. Now, on one hand, I think they do have a say because the school does have a say because it's their policy. So, like, it doesn't matter what you identify as during the year. I mean, you can identify as a frog. You know what I'm saying? And they're willing to accept that. But during this specific ceremony, you can't do that. They want you to be who you were born to be. And the conflict is that this person does not identify with the person, with the gender that they were born with. And to me, that's the conflict. And that's the case. And I don't know the law down there. I don't. But if we're just going off of, like, morals or whatever, then you know it got to be like, yo, I don't care. It has to be, and I don't. And I'm sad to say that. And I mean, I know it might be hurtful. Some people might be mad, but let's just keep it real. We don't care. Our policy is this. So if you want to come as this, you can't, because that's not our policy. Now, I'm just saying. Before you get mad, all right? Because I see Ed looking at me like, what? Before you get mad, all right? Listen to me. When you go to certain places, or when you go to certain facilities or certain things like this, certain places have a policy and they have a dress code. To enter this place, you have to follow this dress code. And for me, that's how I see the situation. I'm just saying, for me, it's sort of more of a dress code. I don't think it's a discrimination thing. Like, they trying to make it out to be like, oh, you're discriminating against. I don't see it as a discrimination thing. I'm seeing it as, okay, during this event, you have to dress this certain way. And if you don't dress this way, you cannot attend. So I don't see it as a discrimination thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my view. That's just my opinion on this situation. All right, let's get into paying these bills. All right, all the links and everything are right there on the screen. You can hit those up and check us out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. This will be posted on YouTube. You can check this show out at Chris Talks 1190 on YouTube. Also, hit up those donations, whatever. Also, if you like this content, hit that subscribe, notification, and likes. And we would also like to hear some comments from you guys. You guys been falling back on the comments. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but you guys been falling back on the comments. But I do enjoy reading the comments. I told y'all, I do read them. All right, let's get into the second story, which is a gunfire took their son's life. Now it takes their 12-year-old daughter's life. This is a tragic story, Ed. Why would you bring this one here? I don't understand you. You non-melanin people, I don't get you. All right, hit the story. Let's get into it.
Janet Rice headed to the hospital Thursday night, as she routinely does when tragedy befalls her community. A barrage of gunfire had injured several young people, including a 12-year-old girl struck in the head by a stray bullet. While en route, Rice's phone rang. She pulled over. The young girl in a Connecticut hospital fighting for her life was her granddaughter, the child of the son Rice lost to gun violence more than a decade earlier. The girl, Secret Pierce, died Friday morning. She was 2 years old when her young father, Shane Oliver, 20, was killed in the fall of 2012, only a few miles from where his daughter was shot. Having a son gunned down brought sorrow and despair to the family. Now a granddaughter had perished, too. Never in a million years did I expect to respond to a call from my 2-year-old granddaughter. Rice, a crisis response specialist, said in a text message Sunday. I am angry, heartbroken, and numb, she texted. The 7th grader was the 7th homicide this year in Hartford, a city, like other urban areas, struggling to contain gun violence. Last year, there were 39 homicides in Hartford, up from 34 the year before. Most committed with a gun. For years, Secret's grandparents had spoken out about the dangers of guns. For a while, Rice worked as the outreach coordinator for CT Against Gun Violence. Now she was part of a crew of peace builders trying to put her community's youth on the right path. Even before the death of his son, and now his granddaughter, the Rev. Sam Saylor knew well how gun violence was eating away at his community, a numbing regularity in too many neighborhoods. He said, killing after killing. The pastor would show up to as many vigils as he could to pray with bereaved families. It's just trauma on top of trauma, Saylor said Saturday after friends and family gathered for a vigil in Hartford for his grandchild. Never did he expect, he said, that I would be in this parade of pain again. Secret was sitting in a parked car when she was shot. An innocent and unintended victim of a barrage of bullets that sent people running for cover. Investigators said no arrests have been made, but they were still looking for at least 2 people believed to be in the vehicle that sped away after the shooting. Oliver's killer, an acquaintance, is now serving 40 years in prison. On the day he died, Oliver had left home to collect money for a car he sold. Like many gun-related killings, it began with an argument. Words escalated, and a gun was drawn. Oliver tried to run, but he did not get far. 2 bullets to the back, and he died a few hours later, during sentencing in 2015. Rice had pleaded for more prison time. I certainly hope it will save another mom from all the pain I've endured. The Hartford Courant quoted Rice telling the judge during sentencing. Still welling with grief, Oliver's parents drove to Newtown to get an audience with then Vice President Joe Biden, who was visiting with the grieving parents of the 20 children gunned down at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Biden met separately with Saylor, Rice and other parents who raised concerns that the deaths of black urban youths were being treated as footnotes in conversations about gun violence. Both of them took the death of Shane and transformed it into activism, said Kim A. Snyder, a documentary film director, who became acquainted with Rice and Saylor while working on her Peabody-winning film about Newtown. Saylor has pushed for stricter gun laws and has tried to shine a spotlight on the urban violence that has taken so many young black lives. Then it was his own kid, Snyder said. Even with the slight rise in homicides in Connecticut's capital, the state has some of the lowest death rates from guns, according to the Violence Policy Center. But we've got to do more, said Jeremy Stein, the executive director of CT Against Gun Violence. In addition to controlling the supply of guns, Stein wants more done to reduce the demand for firearms while strengthening community programs that promote civility and work to reduce the impulse to reach for a gun when disputes escalate. Stein and others are asking the state to boost funding for an anti-violence commission to $10 million annually. He called the latest shooting incredibly personal because of Raya's connection to the group. She lost her son, Shane, Stein said, and now Shane's daughter has been murdered, both by gun violence. The suspects in Secret's killing appeared to target 3 males, ages 16, 18 and 23, who were standing on a sidewalk on a residential street not far from downtown Hartford Thursday night. They were wounded, but all 3 were expected to survive. Hartford Mayor Luke Bronin urged the 3 surviving victims to cooperate with police, noting at a press conference Friday that they could lead police to Secret's killers. A tragedy like this ripples outward in a community and affects so many, he said. Secret's killing weighed heavily on the minds of marchers Saturday as they took part in the city's annual Mothers United Against Violence rally. They gathered on Huntington Street, where Secret was shot, to join the girls' vigil. Speeches were given, sermons were said, and prayers were held. One woman, chanting to the beat of a drum, carried the sentiment of the grieving community, put down the gun.
That is sad. That is a sad story. That's a sad one. A man going out there to preach. And I've seen these type of people, they go out and they preach sermons for those who have like like don't really have no family or nothing, but they do go out there. They pray for them and stuff like that, and it's sad to hear that somebody who took the time out of their day to serve God, that they had to come or succumb to an end like this. And it was like I say before, I said it before in different episodes, senseless crimes, senseless murders. This was a senseless murder. Senseless murder. And our condolences go out to their family because they lost two, 2012. Come on, and then this man is 40-something years old. Senseless. Another senseless murder. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just say this. It don't matter what community that you're living in, whatever community that you're living in, that this episode reaches in, we got to do better. It doesn't matter what race you are. That's the problem. Everybody doing a race thing. It doesn't matter what race you are. It's just the community that you live in. You gotta do better. We as people gotta just do better. And that's my thought on that. We as a people, we gotta do better. We need stricter gun laws. I told you how I felt about that before. If you watch another one of my episodes, one of my other episodes, I tell you how I feel about gun laws. We don't need stricter gun laws. We need to enforce the gun laws that we already have. And that's just that. And it's sad that yeah, that is sad. That's very sad. I don't know why you keep bringing these sad stories in. But it is sad that so many people lost their life. But as a people, as a race, we have got to do better. All right. Let's end this. All right, listen. You already know what it is. All your links, all the links and everything, they're right there on your screen. Hit that subscribe button if you like this content. Hit that subscribe button. Notifications, and those likes, and yeah, all that good stuff. I already covered all that good stuff, right? Yet? Okay, good. Okay, cool. Yeah, this was just a really bad one. It's a bad one. Really bad one. Our condolences to these families. Whew, that was a hard one, boy. That was really hard. Yeah, I know. All right, Ed, let's go eat. All right, as always, stay blessed and not stressed. All right, be kind to people around you. And we out. Until next episode, people. Yeah.